Hello, algebra students. Mr. Lawrence here, and we're going to do 3 quick mixture problems. Getting ready for this quiz. You've heard rumors that we're going to be having soon. It's going to be coming up. Okay, so let's get right down to it. We're going to do 3 types of problems. No bread, no coffee is involved. We're going to do a distance problem, a current problem. We're going to do a coin problem, and we're going to do a mixture problem. I figured I'd pick the 3 that most likely you'd want to practice. Anyway, a plane flies a distance of 1,200 miles. The trip there with the headwind takes 3 hours 15 minutes. 3 hours 15 minutes. I'll bet you that's the same as 3 and 15/60ths. Okay, this kind of conversion should be simple for you. Your honors algebra students, that would be 3 1/4 hours, or you could use 3.25. Right? Pardon me, Cat Stevens is a little bit too loud in the background. Let me see if I can reach him. There we go. I had to turn them off because I didn't want to waste time in the video. I know Gotham's thinking I should have hit pause, but I didn't want to. All right. Anyway, so the trip back with a tailwind takes only 2 hours 45 minutes. Yikes! What just happened? I don't know. 2 hours 45 minutes. Well, it'd be the same as 2 45/60ths, right? And that'll be 2 3/4. Or you could use the decimal 2 75/100ths. I think I'm going to go ahead and use the decimals because they'll be a little bit easier to work with in the problem. Find the speed of the plane in still air and find the speed of the wind. So I need the speed of the plane, and the trip there is in a tailwind, is in a headwind, so the wind is slowing my plane down, and that's why it takes longer. Now remember, this is a speed, and this is a speed. Here I need a speed. So I need the distance, which is 1,200 miles. 1,200 miles. And I'm going to divide that by the time it takes, because distance equals rate times time. All right, so that equation more simply is P minus W equals, and I don't know 1,200 divided by 3 1/4 off the top of my head. 1,200, oh no, my calculator is messing up. 1,200 divided by 3 1/4. Oh, looks like it's a real friendly number, like 369. 0.23, and I'm only going to go to the hundredths place. It was like 0.77. You know, this is fine. Go to the hundredths place. All right, my second equation will be P plus W because the wind is now aiding it. The distance has not changed. However, the time has gone down because it's going faster with the wind pushing it. And so this equation becomes, let's see here, 1,200 divided by 2 75/100ths. And that gets me 436 and a 3/6 repeats, but I'm rounding to the hundredths, so I'll just use that. Okay, now I'm going to do this by elimination, of course. It's so simple by eliminating. And it looks like we're going to get a 9, we're going to get a 5, we've got a decimal point, we're going to get a 5, we're going to carry the 1, we're going to get an 805. And now I'm going to cut that in half, and I'll get the plane. Speed of plane looks like it's be 402.7. Oh, I lost my decimal. 402.7. Where was I? Okay, 15.7. 19 will be 9. 5. And so round to the nearest hundredth, I believe it would be 402.80. Okay, or 8/10. 80 is unnecessary, and that would be miles per hour. I'm just going to check that on a calculator. I did it so quick. We're going to take 402.795 and we'll divide by 2. Oh, sorry. I did the wrong number there. I should have done 805.59. Divide that by 2. There we go. And I got 402.795, and that would round to 402.80, which is 402 8/10 miles per hour. Now to get the wind, that's simple. I just plugged that into one of the 2 equations, and I think I'll use the P plus W equation. And so I'll have P plus W equals 436 and 36/100ths. P, of course, is this number here, so W is going to be the difference of 436 and 36/100ths and 402 and 8/10. Okay, I'll get a 6. I'll do a little borrowing right there. Okay, and I'll get a 5 there, and I'll get a 3, 3. And it looks like the speed of the wind is 33 and 56 miles per hour. And there you go. That problem is done. All right. A Tam Yunep has twice as many dimes as she has quarters. Let's see. I've got some dimes, and I've got some quarters, and there's twice as many of the dimes. So if there's 10 dimes, there's 5 quarters, right? Well, how do I make them equal? I need to double the number of quarters. Look at that. I got my first equation. There we go. Okay, she has a total of $8.10. Well, I know I've got 0.10D plus 0.25Q, and that's going to equal $8.10. I'm going to do substitution. I'm going to put the 2Q in for the D. Sounds like a rap song. Put the 2Q in for the D. I don't know what it means, but it sounds like a rap song. All right, at least old school rap. Anyway, looks like we're doing fine here. And I'm going to get 0.2 Q plus 2.25 Q equals 8 1/10. That should get me 45 Q. And that'll equal that. And I'll divide by 0.45, 45 on both sides, and Q, I believe, will end up being 16. Let me just double check with that. It's 18, actually. It's 18. I'm glad I checked. There we go. So I've got 18 quarters. 18 quarters. Now, if she has 18 quarters, then she must have 36 dimes. Right? Because I just have to double it. And if I check that, you'll see I do get $8.10. Okay, last problem coming up. Blue Bunny, aka, oh, never mind, needs to make a 30-gallon mixture that is 43% iodine. He has 2 bottles on hand. That one is 27% iodine and one that is 61% iodine. How many gallons from each bottle should be used to make the mixture? Well, let's see. We've got what? Bottle 1. And we've got bottle 2, and then we've got our total, right? And here we have our gallons, and then we have our percent as a decimal, and then we have the gallons of iodine, right? And so I'll make my little chart. And boom, boom. There we go. And let's do this. And that. And that. All right. And so we'll have X gallons from bottle 1, Y gallons from bottle 2. And how many gallons did they need to make altogether? 30 gallons. Got my first equation, x plus y equals 30. I'm so smart. Okay, our percentages are 0.27 and 0.61, and then over here 0.43. Okay, now I multiply down and I get 27/100ths x, 60/100ths y, and then I'll have 43% of 30. Okay, and I'll do this one especially for Austin since he loves doing this kind of stuff and he's really good at it. 10% of 30 is 3, right? 1% of 30 is 0.3. I need 4 of these, 4 10s, 4 10%. That would give me 12. I need 3 of these. See, 4 would be 40%, right? If I take 4 of those, 4 times 3 is 12. I need 3 of these. Well, that would be 0.9. If I add them together, I get 12 and 9/10. Check it out. 0.43 times 30. Yep, 12 and 9/10. I got my second equation. Woohoo! Can you see me? I'm doing the mixing bowl dance. All right, 6,1y. And that will equal 12 and 9/10. Oops, put the decimal point in the wrong place, pardon me. And now I think I'm going to go substitution on this problem. It's kind of got some ugly numbers in it. I'm just going to go ahead and solve for x and get that x is equal to 30 minus y. So I'll have 0.27 times the quantity of 30 minus y plus 0.61y, and that will equal 12 9/10. Do a little distribution. In the interest of time, I'm just going to go ahead and do this one on the calculator, but you could still do it the way I did it before. Or there's other ways to do it. So when I multiply here, it looks like I get 8 1/10, okay, minus 27/100 y plus 61.61y equals 12 9/10. I'm going to combine like terms and subtract 8 1/10 from both sides. Okay, well, 61 minus 27 would be 34, right? So I'm going to get 0.34y, or 34/100, and then over here I'm going to get 4 8/10. And of course I'm going to divide. I like to divide. I got to divide. Y is going to equal 4 8 divided by 0.34, and I get 14.12 gallons, and that's a rounded answer. Okay, and then I'm going to subtract that answer from 30, and I end up with x equaling 15 88/100 gallons, and I am done. See you later. This is too easy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready for the partner quiz. Mr. Lawrence signing off. Have a good night, everybody.